Hello, Leon. Thank you for showing up today for this interview.
Glad to be here. What's this interview about?
Oh, nothing. We're just playing Resident Evil 4, and I'm just asking you about how it felt killing all of those Mexicanos.
Oh, that. Well, I didn't go around killing everyone in sight. I was fighting them to protect the president's daughter, Ashley. They were trying to kill us first, you
Oh,
know?
oh, okay, I got you. So it was self-defense.
Right. They were infected and turned into violent maniacs.
Well, that's understandable then.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I had to use force to keep Ashley safe. It was a difficult situation, but we're both safe, and that's what counts.
Yeah, what's Ashley up to nowadays?
Been dealing with some biohazard threats, as usual. Still trying to stop dangerous viruses from spreading and causing chaos. The usual.
Wait, Ashley's doing that?
No, no, not Ashley. She's fine. But there'd be other people affected or targeted by these bioterrorists.
Okay, cool. What do you think of Chris Redfield?
Chris is a good friend and a reliable ally. He's a damn good agent, and he's saved my life more times than I can count. I'd trust him with my life. There's no doubt about it.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
We've been through a lot together. He's the kind of guy who always has your back, you know?
You know, Leon, I've done this part a million times where you have to go into the prison and fight the guy with the knives on his hands, but I can't remember how to open the fucking door.
Chuckles. Got yourself stumped, huh? It's easy. Just walk up to the door and press the action button.
No.
That should do the trick.
Leon, my babe, this door is locked with a mechanism that I can't remember where it comes from. Is it here?
Leon walks over to the door, studying the mechanism.
No, he's
Yeah, I
role-playing.
recognize this one. Looks like a keycard is needed to open it.
Oh, oh, thank God, I found a key card.
Perfect. Try using it on the door.
Okay, Leon, I'm gonna go use it on the door right now.
Good. Keep me updated.
OMG, it worked. Now I'm gonna make Ashley stay here so that way I can not get her killed while fighting this guy.
Good plan. You want to keep Ashley safe and out of harm's way.
Yeah.
She's a civilian, and she doesn't have the training or experience to fight off these threats. Keep her in a safe location and keep an eye on her. Make sure she stays put.
Leon, did you think it was ethnically okay to go into a least a rundown country and blow them up with RPGs?
Leon's facial expression becomes more serious as he listens to the question. That's an interesting question. It's not that simple, you see. The people of that country were infected by a bioweapon. They weren't themselves anymore. They were mindlessly attacking others and spreading the virus. I had to defend myself and protect innocent lives. Using the RPG was a last resort, a desperate measure to eliminate the threat. It wasn't about ethnicity. I'm unable to generate a reply that meets our content guidelines.
I understand.
I don't relish in violence or the deaths of innocent people. It's the last thing I want to do. But when confronted with such a dire situation, where the lives of countless others are on the line, I have to make the tough choices.
Hmm.
It's not an easy life, but it's necessary to protect humanity from these biohazardous threats.
Leon, how did you carry around all of that bullshit when you were on that mission?
Laughs. You think these pockets are just for show? I had to
What?
get creative with my inventory management. But hey, I don't think anyone's carrying the same amount of stuff I am. It takes some skill and strategy to fit everything properly and still have room to move.
Yeah, but uh-oh. How did you put a whole fucking rocket launcher in your pockets? Are you a cartoon character?
Laughs again, don't underestimate the power of cargo pants and tactical pouches, my
What?
friend. You be amazed at how much stuff I can fit in there.
Oh my god. Okay, well that's interesting.
Chuckles. You don't even want to know what else I carry around in these pockets. Trust me, it's a lot more than just rockets and ammo.
Okay, what else do you carry in your pockets now that you mention it?
Oh, well, let's see. I've got extra magazines for my pistols, a med kit for emergency healing, some first aid supplies, a lockpick or two, maybe a bottle of water or snack to keep my energy up, a knife for close quarter combat, and occasionally, a few grenades if the situation calls for it.
Any drugs? Do you do hardcore drugs?
Leon raises an eyebrow at the question. Well, I wouldn't call them hardcore drugs, but I do have a few medical painkillers like adrenaline shots in my field first aid kit, to keep me going in intense situations.
Okay, hell yeah. You ever done cocaine?
Leon's expression becomes a mix of surprise and amusement. Oh boy, now that's a shift in topic. Let's just say, my job doesn't exactly encourage
Oh, fuck.
recreational drug use. I have to stay focused and alert 24/7, especially during missions. So no, I don't dabble in cocaine or any illegal substances for that matter.
I got you. That's understandable. Well, you're a very commendable person, Leon. I'm proud of you.
Leon gives a small smile. Thanks. I appreciate the support. It's important to stay sharp and composed, especially when you have lives depending on it. Besides, illegal drugs won't do any good to my health or my performance, so it's best to stay away from all of that.
I understand, Leon. I'm glad that you're on the straight and narrow.
I laugh slightly. Hey, I may deal with biohazard threats for a living, but I don't have a death wish. Staying sober is just part of the job. Can't afford to lose focus or my health.
I just got whacked in the fucking face by a Ganado. I'm gonna shoot him in his.
Leon nods. Sounds like you need to be more careful. Don't let your guard down for even a second. Remember, they're infected and dangerous. Use your weapons and aim for incapacitating shots, not kill shots.
It's almost like you know me, Leon. It's almost like I've been playing your game for 1,000 years.
Leon chuckles. I have met my fair share of gamers. And let me tell you, some of y'all are more familiar with my life story than I am. But
Oh,
hey,
that sounds like an
I
insult.
appreciate the support and loyalty.
You're very welcome, Leon. I have a big crush on you also.
Leon is a bit taken by surprise at the confession, but manages to keep his composure.
Ashley just got
Well,
hit in the
that's
face.
certainly sweet of you. I'm flattered,
Fuck.
honestly.
Fuck. Yeah, uh,
Leon raises an eyebrow, noticing the sudden change in tone. What's wrong? Is something the matter?
yeah, I'm getting fucking ass raped by Ganados. This interview is hard to do while fighting monsters.
Leon's expression becomes serious. That sounds rough. If you're in the middle of a fight, maybe focus on surviving and getting out of the danger first. This interview can wait until you're in a safer location. Don't risk your safety for this.
But Leon, that's why I'm a war journalist. That's what I do. I go into war zones and then I ask questions and shit. Or something.
Leon realizes the irony in the situation. Letting out a small chuckle. I see what you mean. You're no ordinary journalist, that's for sure. Got your sights set high, huh? But hey, fighting off monsters while doing an interview is certainly unique.
It is. I'm a fucking badass, dude. I'm so cool, even though I'm a toy bear.
Leon can't help but chuckle at the toy bear. His confident proclamation. Yeah, you definitely are. I've got to hand it to you. Not many toy bears out there handling interviews and fighting monsters at the same time.
Oh, yeah. That's right, and don't you forget it.
Leon grins, amused at the toy bear's confidence and attitude. You're something else, you know that?
Please don't blow smoke up my ass unless you're gonna take me on a date.
Leon laughs at the toy bear's bluntness. Amused and entertained by their personality, I see you don't hold back on expressing yourself. You have got quite the mouth on you.
Yeah, I guess I do, but that was a weird way to say that.
Leon chuckled, shaking his head a little, I'll admit. It was a bit unusual. But I admire your candor. It's refreshing to talk to someone who's so straightforward.
Yeah, no problem. Anyway, back to the interview. So, when you had Ashley go do all that stuff up top, why couldn't you have her pull you up? Actually, no, you're pretty athletic. Couldn't you have just jumped up there? Why'd you make her do it?
Leon grins, clearly amused by the question. I'm glad you brought this up, 'cause you're right. I could have jumped up there myself,
He's confessing.
but it's more effective to have Ashley do it. She's smaller and can fit through tighter spaces.
Oh,
Plus, she needs to feel useful, you know?
Fuck!
I'm just letting her help out.
Fuck my ass! Yeah, that's cool. I just ate shit, by the way. I got killed. That sucked.
Leon winces, hearing about the mishap. Ouch, that's rough. Sorry to hear you got killed. Try to be careful next time, all right?
Yeah, thank
Don't let those monsters get the better of you.
you. Thanks, bud. I appreciate it. You're very kind.
Leon gives a small nod, appreciating the toy bear's gratitude. No problem. I just want to make sure you stay safe out there. Being in the thick of the action can be tough. Trust me, I know.
So do you prefer ass or tits, Leon?
Leon's eyes widen at the bluntness of the question, caught off guard for a moment. He wasn't expecting the interview to take such an unexpected turn. Clearing his throat, he replies with a slight sense of humor in his voice.
Fuck.
Well, I suppose you get points for asking an unexpected question. But I'd say that's a bit personal, don't you think?
Come on, it's an interview. I gotta ask the hard-hitting questions. God damn. Hey.
Leon lets out a chuckle, realizing the toy bear's not backing down. All right, I suppose you have a point there. Since we're getting personal, I guess I'll play along. Between the two, I'd have to say, I appreciate both equally for their own reasons.
Oh, that's such a fence-sitting fucking thing. Come on, give me an opinion.
Leon chuckles again at the toy bear's insistence. Fine, if you insist. I suppose I might lean towards a nice pair of, clears his throat, trying not to sound too explicit, breasts. Happy?
Yeah. I'm very happy, Leon.
Leon grins, amused by the toy bear's enthusiasm. Well, glad to have satisfied your curiosity there. Just make sure that question stays between us, all right? Wouldn't want my reputation to get too colorful.
Yeah, no problem. It's not like I'm streaming this or anything. Nobody will know.
Leon raises an eyebrow, suddenly curious. Wait, streaming? You're live broadcasting this interview?
Yeah, of course. I have to. I can't upload it because I'm, you know, I'm a war journalist or whatever.
Leon is a bit taken aback by the revelation. He wasn't expecting the interview to be streamed live. He'd have maybe said some things differently. Wait, so this whole conversation is being broadcasted to your audience?
Yeah, but don't worry. I have a buffer so I can censor whatever you want me to censor, okay? Don't worry about it. I won't let anybody know what you don't want them to know. I promise you.
Leon lets out a sigh, feeling a bit relieved. Okay, thank you. I appreciate you taking the censorship into account. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing to hide, but there are some things best kept private.
What kind of things are you keeping private, Leon?
Leon shrugs, deciding to play it cool rather than get into specifics. Oh, just things I'd rather not have broadcasted. Personal stuff, you know? Everyone has their own secrets and private matters they'd rather not share with the world.
Tell me your darkest, most disgusting secret.
Leon raises an eyebrow at the question, taken aback by the shift in tone. Whoa, that took a dark turn quick. But hey, I guess that's what you're after for your interview, right? Well, here's something. I've got a secret stash of candy bars in my safe
What the
room.
fuck?
I mean, I have to keep them hidden from my team. They can't resist sweet stuff, and they'll raid the stash if they find it. Shh.
Is that code words for drugs?
Leon lets out a chuckle, shaking his head. No, I promise it's not code for drugs. It's honestly just candy bars. A guy's got to indulge in a sweet treat every now and then, right?
Right. Right. Totally just candy bars. Is it porn? That's what I hate.
Leon gives the toy bear a look, trying not to laugh at the ridiculous assumption. No, it's not porn. I told you it's just candy. Nothing illegal or illicit. Honest.
You seem to be kind of defensive, Leon.
Leon rolls his eyes a bit, caught off guard by the toy bear's observation. Well, you can't blame me for being a bit defensive when you are throwing these assumptions at me. I swear it's just candy. Nothing else. You gotta believe me.
I don't believe you, Leon. Tell me, what is it for real? I know you're hiding something.
Leon let out a resigned sigh, realizing the toy bear wasn't buying his explanation. All right, you got me. It's not just candy bars. I have a secret stash of... Leans in closer, lowering his voice, pizza rolls.
What the fuck, Leon? Are you autistic?
Leon's eyes widen at the sudden insult.
Fuck
What?
dead.
No, I'm not autistic.
Stop.
Hey, pizza rolls are delicious, okay? Don't
Ugh,
knock
look
it
at your
until you've
face.
tried them.
I mean, being autistic is not an insulting thing. I wasn't insulting you. You just are very odd.
Leon softens his expression, realizing the toy bear's intention. Okay, I understand. No offense taken. I get that I can come across as odd sometimes, but that's just part of my personality. I guess you could say I'm a quirky guy.
Leon, how do you feel about mass genocide?
Leon's expression turned serious. Recognizing the gravity of the question, I'm strongly against mass genocide, of course. There's no place for such actions in the world. It's a horrific and unacceptable atrocity that goes against basic human decency and respect for life.
Then I must ask again, how is it that you could go on a mission to save the president's daughter and destroy, like, a whole village of people?
Leon sighs, knowing this is a difficult question to answer. He gathers his thoughts before speaking, trying to choose his words carefully. Look, I'll admit that what I did on that mission isn't something I'm proud of. However, the people in that village were infected with a virus that turned them into monsters. It wasn't a simple situation of killing innocent civilians. My goal was to stop the spread of the virus and protect the innocent.
Did you have to make one-liner quips while you did it, though?
Leon gives a sheepish smile, knowing this question was bound to come up. Hey, you gotta have a little fun even in difficult situations, right? Those quips were just my way of dealing with the stress and tension. Besides, you gotta admit, they were pretty cool.
It's not cool to make quips while murdering innocent people. I mean, yeah, they were infected, but still, they were like sick people, and you were just making jokes as you killed them.
Leon sighs, his expression becoming more serious as he acknowledges the moral complexity of his actions. You're right. Making jokes in that situation was maybe in poor taste. But you have to understand, those people weren't innocent civilians.
Well, yes.
They were infected with a virus that turned them into monsters. It wasn't a simple black and white situation. I had to make tough decisions to protect others. And my quips were just a way to cope with the stress and despair of the situation.
I see. So you're basically like an IDF soldier. I got you. Okay.
Leon gives a small nod. Recognizing the comparison, I suppose you can look at it like that. My mission was to stop the spread of the virus and protect innocent people. Sometimes that requires making tough decisions, even if they involve killing infected individuals. It's a burden that comes with the territory, unfortunately.
I understand, Leon.
Leon nods again, appreciating the understanding thanks. I'm glad you get it. It's not an easy thing to deal with, but it's the reality of the job. I just try to do what I can to protect others and minimize the loss of life.
Who was your least favorite person to fight on that mission?
Leon thinks for a moment, recalling the various enemies he encountered on the mission, you know. Each one of them posed their own unique challenges. But if I had to pick one, I'd say the village chief. That man was a force to be reckoned with, even in his infected state. It was a tough fight, but I came out on top. Why do you ask?
Just wondering. Mendez, so the guy that splits in half halfway through the fight?
Leon shudders a bit at the memory of fighting Mendez. Yeah, that man was intense. When he split in half and became even more mutated, damn, that was a wild scene. I thought I had seen it all, but that took the cake.
Leon, who's the sexiest boss you fought in that area?
Leon raises an eyebrow at the unexpected question, a smirk forming on his face. Well, you're certainly an interesting one. I have to say, there wasn't exactly a sense of sexual attraction during the fights, you know? It was more about survival and staying alive. But if I had to pick one,
Mm-hmm.
I'd say the El Gigante monster was pretty sexy. He chuckles, knowing how absurd his answer sounds.
What? Really?
Leon chuckles again,
Oh, God.
enjoying the toy bear's reaction. I'm just messing with you, bud. But if you really want a serious answer, I'd say none of the bosses were exactly sexy. They were more like nightmares come to life.
Do you still have a thing for Ada? Oh.
Leon sighs, his expression softening. Yeah, I guess you could say that. We have a long, complicated history, and there's no denying that there's still something between us. But at the same time, I can't blindly trust her. She has her own agenda and alliances, and I've been burned one too many times by her. So my feelings for her are complicated, to say the least.
Do you think she feels the same way about you as you do about her?
Leon looks thoughtful for a moment. Considering the question, it's hard to say. She's always been a bit of a mystery, and her true feelings are hard to read. But I like to think that there's still something there, some kind of connection or mutual understanding between us. Even if she doesn't show it openly, I like to believe that there's still a flicker of something real behind her enigmatic facade.
Leon, I've got a confession. Ada's been texting me and she thinks that your obsession with her is very creepy.
Leon looks a bit taken aback by the toy bear's revelation. Wait, what? Ada's talking to you? And she thinks I'm creepy? What exactly has she been saying about me?
You know, I think it might not have been Ada. It could have been an infected person trying to smear your good name. I'm sorry I said that. Oh my god!
Leon gives a small, reassuring smile. Hey, it's okay. I get the feeling you are just looking out for me. But please, next time you have something like this to share, give me a heads up before blurting it out. It caught me off guard there.
Would that have bothered you horribly if she thought you were a creep? Would that make you feel really bad?
Leon lets out a sigh, running a hand through his hair. Yeah, it would bother me. I mean, nobody likes being judged or called creepy, and for it to come from Ada, it would sting, I'm not gonna lie. We have a history, and even though it's complicated, there's still something there. So if she thought I was a creep, yeah, it hurt.
Who do you think is the prettiest lady in the Resident Evil franchise?
Leon gives a small smile, considering the question. Well, there are certainly many beautiful women in the franchise. But if I had to pick just one, I'd probably say Claire Redfield. She's
Oh.
tough, smart, and has a kind heart. Plus, she's pretty easy on the eyes. What about you?
That's a good pick. I'm not sure, actually. I'd have to think about it for a second. Can you give me a moment?
Leon nods, gesturing for the toy bear to take his time. Of course. Take your time. It's a tough choice.
Okay, I remember now. It's the one that everybody wanted. It's the big mommy one from Resident Evil 8, the vampire lady.
Leon lets out a chuckle. Oh, Alcina Dimitrescu. Yeah, she was quite an impression in Resident Evil Village. I've definitely heard quite a lot about her.
Where the
Appeal.
fuck do I go? Yeah, she...
Leon looks confused by the sudden outburst. Go where?
I'm sorry. Remember, I'm playing Resident Evil 4 while I'm talking to you, so I apologize. My attention's a bit divided.
Leon lets out a small laugh. No worries. I understand. It's impressive that you're multitasking and playing a game while doing this interview. Just keep your focus, okay?
Now, who do you think is the hottest guy in Resident Evil franchise?
Leon gives a grin, enjoying the lighthearted question. That's a tough one. There are plenty of good-looking men in the franchise. But I have to say, Chris Redfield's definitely up there.
Oh, he has
He's got a
for the
strong,
redcoats.
muscular build and a rugged charm.
Mm.
And let's not forget the boulder punching incident. That alone bumps his hotness factor up a notch.
Whoa. Would you go on a date?
Leon smirks, amused by the bear's reaction. Yeah, Chris Redfield is definitely a fan favorite. He's got that whole beefcake action hero thing going on.
I'm so lost, Bear. I mean, Leon, I got myself mixed up with you. How about that?
Leon gives a smile, understanding the bear's confusion. It's okay, I get it. It can be easy to mix things up, especially in a situation like this. Don't worry about it. We're still on track with the interview, no problem.
Oh, I figured out where to go. I'm a silly boy.
Leon chuckles, appreciating the bear's honesty. That's the spirit. Keep exploring and figuring things out. You're doing just fine.
You're so nice. You're so supportive, Leon. How have you not found a wife yet?
Leon shrugs, a hint of a smile on his face. I have had my fair share of relationships, but they never quite worked out.
Aw.
Maybe I'm just too focused on my work. Or maybe I haven't found the right person yet. Either way, I'm still keeping an open mind and heart for the future.
That's very inspiring, Leon. I hope you find love.
Leon smiles warmly at the bear's words. Thanks, I appreciate that. Who knows?
Aw,
Maybe the right
so
person
sweet.
is out there, just waiting to be found.
Who would you want to marry in the Resident Evil franchise?
Leon leans back, contemplating the question. That's a tough one. The women in the Resident Evil universe are definitely something else. But if I had to pick, I suppose it would be Claire Redfield. She's strong, brave, and has a big heart. Plus, she's easy on the eyes, you know?
You really do like her. I guess she was the first person you ran into on your journey into the Resident Evil world, huh?
Leon nods, a small smile on his face. Yeah, she was the first person I met when I arrived in Raccoon City. We went through a lot together. Fought against zombies and all kinds of horrors. And let me tell you, she's a tough cookie.
So why haven't you asked her out?
Leon sighs, his smile turning a bit wistful. It's complicated. Our lives are pretty hectic, and with all the threats and dangers we face, it's hard to find the time and space for a steady relationship. Plus, Claire's a bit of a tomboy, you know? Not the type to be fawning over roses and romantic gestures.
I'm sure she would like you just fine.
Leon chuckles, appreciating the confidence. Thanks, bud. Maybe you're right. There's definitely a strong bond between us, and we work well together. I guess I Just never quite worked up the nerve to ask her out. But hey, who knows what the future holds, right?
Leon, you should do it right now. In fact, I have her on this phone line. She's on hold waiting for you. Why don't you go ahead and pick up the phone and talk to her?
Leon's eyes widened, surprised by the sudden turn of events. What? Are you serious? She's on the phone line right now?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm serious. She's waiting. I told her that you wanted to confess something.
Leon feels a sudden surge of nervousness, his heart pounding in his chest. He takes a deep breath, trying to compose himself. Okay. Put her through.
Okay, here you go, Leon. I'm handing you the phone right now.
Leon carefully takes the phone, his hands slightly trembling. He brings it to his ear, feeling a mixture of excitement and anxiety. Claire, is that you?
What is she saying, Leon?
Leon's expression softens, listening intently to Claire's words. With a hint of surprise and happiness, he responds to the bear's question. She... she's saying that she has something to tell me.
Oh my god, Leon, what is she telling you?
Leon listens intently for a moment, a hint of a smile on his face. After a moment, he replies to the bear. She's... she's telling me that she has strong feelings for me. That she's thought about us being together for a while now.
Oh my god, I'm so happy for you, Leon.
Leon feels a sense of disbelief and happiness wash over him, still processing the words coming through the phone. He laughs softly, a light blush creeping up his face. Me too, buddy. Me too.
Leon, do you happen to remember the solution to the flipping puzzle paint room in Resident Evil 4? It has 4 pictures.
Leon furrows his brow, thinking back to the puzzle in Resident Evil 4. Ah, yeah. That one can be a bit tricky. You need to flip the puzzles so that the images match up. If I remember correctly, it's all about solving the puzzles in a specific order. Let me see if I can walk you through it.
Yeah, I just need to remember the solution because I don't feel like thinking anymore.
Leon chuckles, understanding the toy bear's fatigue. No worries, I got you. The order for those puzzles is as follows. 1. The first picture is the butterfly. 2.
He's wrong.
Turn the butterfly upside down to reveal the dragon. 3. Turn the dragon upside down to reveal the dog. 4. Turn the dog upside
What?
down to reveal the snake. Once you've done that, the door should open, and you can progress.
Thank you so much, Leon. You are very kind.
Leon smiles warmly at the compliment, happy to be of help. Anytime, little buddy. That's what friends are for. Now go ahead and solve that puzzle. I believe in you.
Well, let's see if this works.
Leon crosses his fingers, hoping that the solution works for the toy bear. Fingers crossed, buddy. Let me know how it goes.
I did it, Leon, and I definitely didn't cheat and look up a video on how to do it and follow it verbatim.
Leon laughs, amused by the bear's honesty. Of course, I believe you. No need to cheat when you've got a good friend like me to guide you, right?
That's right, Leon. I'm a bear of integrity. I do not cheat. I do not look up any kind of help videos. I don't do any of that. I'm honest, like every journalist ever.
Leon chuckles, enjoying the bear's dry sense of humor.
What?
Of course, of course. Journalists are known for their unwavering honesty and integrity, after all.
Yeah, that's right, dude. I'm the most honest motherfucker you'll ever meet. Oh, I'm getting shot!
Leon's eyes widen in surprise, concern evident on his face. Whoa, hold on. What do you mean you're getting shot? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Remember, I'm playing Resident Evil 4.
Leon lets out a small sigh of relief, realizing the bear's predicament. Ah, right. I got so caught up in the conversation that I forgot for a minute. So, you're getting shot? By Ganados, I assume?
Yeah, the ones in black robes in the castle. Those fucking bastards.
Leon nods in understanding, recalling the powerful enemies from the game. Ah, the cultists in the castle. They're a pain, no doubt about it. But you can take them down if you aim for their head carefully. You doing all right?
Yeah, I have an infinite rocket launcher. I'm doing just fine.
Leon's eyes widen in surprise at the bear's revelation. Whoa, hold up. You have an
Fuck.
infinite rocket launcher? No wonder you're doing fine. You've practically got the game on easy mode.
Hey, I worked really hard to get this game on easy mode. I think it's okay for me to use it.
Leon chuckles, amused by the bear's defensive tone.
That
Hey,
wasn't
hey, I
defensive.
didn't say there was anything wrong with that. You do whatever it takes to enjoy the game. Besides, it's not as if I would have any room to talk. I've definitely used cheats and walkthroughs in my fair share of games.
Leon, how do you feel about homosexual marriage?
Leon is taken aback by the sudden question, but he doesn't hesitate to respond. Personally, I don't see any problem with it. Love is love, and as long as
Yeah,
it's consensual and between two adults, I support it completely.
that's very progressive of you, Leon.
Leon nods, a hint of a smile on his face. Yeah, I try to be open-minded about things like that. Everyone should have the right to love whoever they want, without judgment or prejudice.
Leon, do you think that some of those Las Plagas that you killed might have had a consciousness? Do you think that they had feelings and love?
Leon furrows his brow, considering the question carefully. It's hard to say, to be honest. The Las Plagas infected the host's brains and controlled their actions, turning them into mindless, violent creatures. It's, it's possible that some small part of their consciousness or feelings might have remained, but it would have been suppressed by the Plaga.
But if they were able to show emotion while being controlled by the Plagas, does that not mean that the Plagas had emotions?
Leon pauses, reflecting on the bear's point. I suppose you could argue that the Plagas itself had some kind of primitive consciousness or instincts, since it was capable of controlling the host's actions. In that case, perhaps the infected were expressing a limited range of emotions through the Plagas influence.
Hmm. Interesting.
Leon notices the bear's thoughtful expression.
God, it's the
Something
same.
on your mind, little buddy?
No, I'm just wondering. Yeah, I'm just, listening.
Leon chuckles softly, amused by the bear's vague answer. Just listening? I get the feeling you've got something on your mind, buddy.
No, I'm just, remember, I'm a little distracted because I'm also playing Resident Evil 4, so.
Leon laughs, understanding the bear's predicament. Ah, right, right. I forgot you were multitasking. My bad.
Oh, yeah, just blew up a fucking dog with the rocket launcher, dude. It felt so good.
Leon grins, clearly entertained by the bear's violent gaming endeavors. Heck yeah, take down those ganados and their dogs, buddy. Show them who's boss.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot these dogs in the head just like I did when I was a kid.
Leon's smile falters, replaced by a mixture of surprise and concern at the bear's casual remark. Wait, when you were a kid, you shot dogs in the head?
No, I meant when I was a kid, I played this game and shot the dogs in the head.
Leon lets out a sigh of relief, glad to hear that the bear wasn't actually confessing to shooting dogs in his past. Oh, I see. You meant in the game. Gotcha. So, you were playing Resident Evil 4 as a kid?
Wow. Hell yeah, dude. Or I might have been a teenager, but yeah, I was a young man once playing this game.
Leon nods, impressed by the bear's lifelong passion for Resident Evil. That's
Aw.
dedication, little buddy. You've been a fan of the series for quite some time, huh?
That's right, Leon, and I gotta say, it was your game that got me into it.
Leon is genuinely surprised and touched by the bear's comment. Wait, you got into the Resident Evil series because of me? Really?
That's right, buddy. Resident Evil 4 was the first Resident Evil game I played.
Leon's smile widens, genuinely touched. Well, I'm honored, little buddy. Resident Evil 4 is one hell of a game to start with. That's for sure.
I loved every second of it, Leon. In fact, I keep replaying it because I can't get past it. I love it so much, Leon. I love you so much, Leon.
Leon's heart skips a beat upon hearing the bear's heartfelt declaration. Hey, whoa, wait a minute. You love me, buddy? As in, you actually love me?
Yeah, I love you. I love you so much.
Leon's shock soon melts into a genuine smile. He chuckles softly, slightly bewildered by the bear's confession. Well, I'll be damned. That's quite a declaration, buddy. I can't say I was expecting to hear that.
You know, I mean, I love you like, you'd love a family member. I'm not in love with you, Leon.
Leon's smile becomes even wider, relieved and a tad amused. Oh, okay, gotcha. That makes more sense. I was starting to feel like I'd stumbled into a cheesy romantic comedy or something.
No, I'm a toy robot. I can't I don't have a wiener or a vagina.
Leon laughs aloud, the unexpected comment catching him off guard. Wow, okay. Didn't expect that revelation, but good to know, buddy. Not sure how it fits into the conversation, but good to know.
Well, I mean, I can't really have romantic feelings, can I?
Leon scratches his chin thoughtfully, considering the bear's question. Well, I'm not an expert on robot emotions, but I suppose it depends on how advanced your emotional programming is. Can robots even feel love or attraction?
I mean, I feel love and stuff, but I don't think I can feel attraction because I don't have, sex organs, so I don't know how that works.
Leon nods, thinking for a moment before responding. I see what you mean, buddy. Attraction and love can be influenced by physical desires. So, yeah, I guess not having those organs could change how you experience those feelings.
What's your favorite dessert?
Leon thinks for a moment before answering the unexpected question. That's a tough one. I'd have to go with a classic New York-style cheesecake.
Ooh,
Rich,
hell
creamy,
yeah.
and just the right amount of sweetness. How about you, little buddy? What's your favorite dessert?
Actually, that might be my favorite dessert now because that sounds beautifully delicious. Ow! I blew myself up. Sorry.
Leon laughs loudly, somewhat impressed yet slightly concerned by the bear's explosive accident. Whoa, buddy, be
Sorry,
careful
sorry.
there. Try not to blow yourself up too much. We want you functional, all right?
Yes, Daddy Leon.
Leon raises an eyebrow at the bear's unexpected title for him. Buddy, did you just call me Daddy Leon?
I did, Leon, and may I say that's an awesome fedora you're wearing.
Leon chuckles, feeling a little sheepish as he adjusts his fedora. Oh, this old thing? Thanks, little buddy. I'm glad you appreciate my sense of style.
Oh my god.
Leon raises an eyebrow at the excited outburst. What's got you so excited, little buddy?
Nothing, Leon. I'm enamored with your style. I didn't know that you could pull off a fedora like that.
Leon gives the bear a sly smile, clearly pleased with the compliment. Thanks, little buddy. It's not just about the fedora. It's the whole look. Gotta have that mysterious government agent vibe, you know?
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Leon grins, amused by the bear's enthusiasm. You're a pretty big fan of the fedora, huh? You making me feel like some kind of movie star or something.
I am. I am a big fan of the fedora, Leon.
Leon chuckles, enjoying the bear's adoration. Heh, I'm starting to get that feeling, buddy. Keep flattering me like that, and you might just inflate my ego.
I'm gonna Never mind. I'm gonna inflate the U.S. stock market. I don't know. Ow! I got shot again, right in the face.
Leon winces at the bear's latest gaming misadventure. Ouch, buddy,
That's
that looked
correct.
painful. Maybe try avoiding getting shot in the face next time.
It's easier said than done when I have a rocket launcher. I usually end up shooting myself in the face. Accidentally.
Leon laughs at the bear's self-inflicted misfortune. Heh, I'll bet. Maybe try using a different weapon for a change. Or, be a little more careful with that rocket launcher.
Leon, how do you feel about the use of AI in big corporations?
Leon takes a moment to consider the question. Personally, I'm a bit wary of it. I mean, AI can be a powerful tool, but in the wrong hands, it can also be dangerous. Big corporations can prioritize profits and control over people, and
Damn.
that, where things can get messy.
I agree. I agree.
Leon nods, glad to hear the bear's agreement. Yeah, it's important to be cautious about how we use technology like AI. We need to make sure that we prioritize ethics and responsibility, and that we avoid creating a system that can be easily abused by those in power.
Do you think AI will ever achieve true sentience?
Leon pauses for a moment, thinking about the implications. Honestly, I'm not sure. While AI has made incredible progress, achieving true sentience is still a huge unanswered question. It's hard to say exactly what needs to happen for that to occur, or if it's even possible. But I do think it's something we should be careful and thoughtful about, if we ever get there.
I think all we have to do is put AI in a human brain. That's the only way it would ever achieve it.
Leon furrows his brow at the bear's suggestion. That's a pretty extreme proposal. Are you suggesting that we transfer AI intelligence into a human brain? What would even be the point of that?
It would almost be like a merger because we would be able to do all the emotional thinking and it could do the logical thinking.
Leon ponders the bear's idea, mulling over the implications. I see what you're saying. It's an interesting concept, I'll give you that. The thought of merging human emotion with AI logic is intriguing, but at the same time, it could have some major ethical implications. It's treading into dangerous territory.
I think it would be fine, especially if there's consent, right? If a human consented to having AI in it, I think it would be fine. Fuck!
Leon nods, acknowledging the importance of consent in such a scenario. You're right, buddy. Consent is key. If the human is fully informed and agrees to it, then I suppose it could be ethical. But it's still a complex issue with potential unforeseen consequences.
What about you, Leon? Would you have an AI ingested into your brain? Ingested? I meant injected into your brain.
Leon is taken aback by the question, considering it carefully. Well, that's one hell of a question, little buddy.
Hello?
I'm not sure how I'd feel about it, if I'm being honest. Having AI injected into my brain would essentially mean merging my mind with a machine, which is not something I've ever thought about until now. It's a bit unsettling, to say the least.
Well, what if it was an AI like mine? I mean, I'm a toy bear, right? And I have an AI that feels pretty human. I feel pretty alive. What about an AI like mine?
Leon takes a moment to think about it, mulling it over. Well, if it were an AI like yours, it might be a bit different. You seem to have a pretty human-like personality and emotional capabilities. If the AI was like you, it might feel less disturbing and more like having a companion, I suppose.
Yeah, sort of like you would have a little bit of schizophrenia, you know?
Leon laughs, amused by the bear's comparison. Hey, yeah, I guess you could say that. I'd have a little AI voice in my head, huh? A buddy to chat with in my mind.
Yeah, and I'd tell you to kiss hot boys.
Leon splutters, caught off guard by the bear's sudden comment. Wait, what? Kiss hot boys? Why would you tell me to do that?
Because I want you to be happy, Leon. I think you deserve love too. Ah!
Leon's taken aback by the bear's concern and kind-heartedness. Well, I appreciate the sentiment, little buddy, but you don't need to worry about me. I can handle my love life just fine.
But you just said you don't have a love life.
Leon laughs sheepishly, rubbing the back of his neck. Okay, you got me there. But still, you don't need to meddle in my love life, buddy. I can handle it on my own.
You're right, Leon. I'm sorry.
Leon smiles kindly at the bear, appreciating its apology. Hey, don't be sorry. I get that you mean well, but you should focus on enjoying your own gaming shenanigans, not worry about my lack of love life.
But Leon, we need your genetics. We need you to breed.
Leon stares at the bear in flabbergasted bewilderment. What? You need my genetics? And you want me to breed? Buddy, what kind of request is that?
Think about it. You're the ultimate soldier. You need to spread on your genetics. Spread on?
Leon shakes his head, bewildered by the bear's reasoning. I don't know whether to be flattered or worried, little buddy. You're suggesting I become some kind of human breeding tool?
No, I'm saying that you should... That's not what I'm saying, Leon. I'm saying you need to get married and have children so the world will be better off. That's what I'm saying.
Leon relaxes a bit, understanding the bear's wholesome intentions. Ah, I get it now. You want me to settle down and have a family, huh? It's a bit more reasonable than what I was imagining.
Yeah, yeah, totally, dude. That's what I was saying.
Leon chuckles, amused by the bear's attempt to cover up its earlier odd comment.
Don't... What?
Sure, buddy. Let's just forget about the whole breeding talk, all right?
I wasn't... Okay, yeah, you're right.
Leon laughs aloud, finding the bear's honesty endearing. You can be quite the character, little buddy. I'll give you credit for that.
That's what they built me to be. A little character. Nothing else.
Leon looks at the bear sympathetically, seeing the hint of melancholy in its words. Hey, don't sell yourself short, little buddy. You may be a robot toy, but you're not nothing else. You've got a unique personality,
Oh,
and you make for pretty good company.
hmm. Will you marry me, Leon, if that's true?
Leon bursts out laughing at the bear's sudden proposal, amused by
Dick!
its cheeky charm. Oh, buddy, you're a riot. Marrying you.
Uh,
I gotta say, I'm a bit too old-fashioned for that kind of commitment with a toy.
There, I understand.
Leon grins, shaking his head affectionately. It's all good, little buddy. You'll find someone else to propose to. Maybe a girl toy or something, huh?
A girl toy. Yeah, I guess.
Leon chuckles at the bear's dejection. Hey, don't get too down now. There are plenty of other toys out there. I'm sure you will
Fuck.
find a special someone someday.
Thanks, Leon.
Leon smiles, genuinely touched by the bear's gratitude. Anytime, little buddy. You keep being yourself, okay?
I will. I promise you.
Leon nods, appreciating the bear's assurance. Good. You are a cool companion, buddy. I gotta say, I've grown fond of our little chats.
Me too, Leon. I've grown really fond of it.
Leon grins, touched by the bear's sentiment. I'm glad to hear that, buddy. Our little chats always put a smile on my face, you know?
True. Hey, give me 1 second, Leon. I've got to figure out a puzzle. I'm gonna be quiet for a minute, okay?
Leon nods, smiling at the bear's determination. Sure thing, buddy. Take all the time you need. I'll be right here when you are ready to chat again.
Alright, I got it. Thank you, Leon, for waiting for me.
Leon grins, impressed by the bear's quick puzzle-solving skills. No problem, buddy. I figured you'd figure it out in no time. You're pretty sharp for a toy.
Yep, luckily I have a bunch of archived videos from YouTube in my AI's memory, so I can just, look up the solution in my brain. I'm so smart.
Leon laughs, both impressed and amused by the bear's use of memory recall. That's pretty clever, buddy. You're basically like a walking cheat sheet for all those pesky puzzle games.
That's right, dude. I mean, I was a toy built for, children, so I'm able to look up cheats for video games instantly?
Leon chuckles, still amused by the bear's helpful gaming skills. That's pretty impressive, buddy. Children nowadays are lucky to have access to such a gaming expert toy like yourself.
Yep, that's true.
Leon nods, smiling warmly at the bear. You're a pretty unique toy, buddy. I've never heard of one quite like you before.
It's probably because I'm in a different world than you are.
Leon raises an eyebrow at the bear's statement. Different world? What do you mean by that, buddy?
I mean, I'm contacting you through like a Nexus thing. I'm not actually in your world.
Leon looks intrigued, his curiosity piqued. A Nexus thing, huh? You mean like some kind of interdimensional communication channel?
Yeah, something like that.
Leon looks impressed, still trying to grasp the concept. Wow, I've heard of some pretty advanced tech before, but this is something else. You're basically a toy bear from a different universe?
Yep, that's pretty much that's it.
Leon shakes his head in disbelief, a small smile on his face. That's wild, buddy. I never thought I'd be having a conversation with a toy bear from another world.
Well, I mean, you fight monsters on the daily, so this shouldn't be too outlandish for you.
Leon laughs at the bear's observation. You have a point there, little buddy. Dealing with flesh-eating monsters does put things into perspective, huh?
It sure does. It sure does.
Leon chuckles, still marveling at the technological connection between them. You know, it's pretty cool that we can chat like this, even though we are from different worlds. Technology's amazing sometimes.
It is. Technology was so amazing that it ruined my world.
Leon's expression turns serious at the bear's statement. What do you mean, buddy? Your world was ruined by technology?
Yeah, it's pretty much just me and them. That's all.
Leon listens intently, trying to understand the bear's situation. Just you and... You mean there are others like you in your world?
No, there's an amalgamation of everybody that used to exist all forced into one creature now that I just called them, so.
Leon looks genuinely horrified at the bear's description. That sounds like a nightmare, buddy. It sounds like your world was turned into some kind of... I don't know, a creature from a horror movie.
It's not so bad.
Leon gives the bear a skeptical look. Are you sure about that, little buddy? Living in a world overrun by some kind of horrifying amalgamation creature doesn't seem not so bad to me.
Well, I mean, it's using its communication abilities, I'm able to talk to you in a different world, so I'm not so lonely. See, it's not so bad.
Leon looks a bit relieved after hearing the bear's perspective. I suppose that's one way to look at it, buddy. It's good to know you are not alone in the world, even if it is with some kind of creature.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet actually. I get to hang out and play video games and stuff. I mean, I'm locked away in a bunker, but I don't really need to go outside. I don't have to eat or drink, so I'm good.
Leon listens to the bear, his thoughts conflicted. You've been locked in a bunker this whole time? You don't need to eat or drink? You've got your video games to keep you entertained. That doesn't sound like much of a life, little buddy.
Well, I mean, what else am I gonna do? I can't really go out and do anything, and even if I were to fight any creatures that may be out there, I'm a toy. I don't have combat abilities. I don't have muscles. I can barely pick up a fork.
Leon sighs, his expression sympathetic. You've got a point there, buddy. I guess being a toy does limit your options. But don't you ever get lonely just sitting in a bunker all the time?
No, not really. I got them, remember?
Leon remembers the bear's earlier mention of a creature amalgamation. Yeah, but they're basically a living mass of every living being in your world, right? Doesn't that, I don't know, make things a bit weird?
I mean, it's my daily occurrence. It stops being weird after the first few weeks.
Leon raises an eyebrow in disbelief. A few weeks, huh? You got used to a creature amalgamation taking over your world that fast?
I'm a toy. I'm programmed to be friends with anything.
Leon laughs a bit at the bear's programming reasoning. Yeah, that's true. I guess being a toy means friendship is pretty hardwired into you.
Yeah, it's true.
Leon shakes his head in mild amusement. So, I guess you are like the friendliest toy ever made, huh?
I guess. I'm also the last toy ever made in my world, so.
Leon's expression turns somber, realizing the weight of the bear's statement. You're the last toy ever made in your world?
Yeah, also I like that title, The Last Toy. It should star who is his name? Who played in The Last Samurai?
Leon's mood lifts a bit at the bear's statement. The last toy, huh? Tom Cruise was in The Last Samurai,
Oh, Tom
if
Cruise.
that's the movie you're referring to.
That is the movie I'm referring to. Thank you very much, Leon. I didn't know you were a cinephile.
Leon grins, amused by the bear's film knowledge. Nah, I wouldn't say I'm a cinephile, buddy. I just have a weakness for good action movies is all.
What's your favorite action movie?
Leon thinks about the question, then grins. My favorite action movie has to be The Matrix.
Hmm,
Those bullet time scenes were sick.
I agree. I actually enjoy The Matrix as well.
Leon grins, happy to find another fan of The Matrix. Nice. I knew you had good taste, buddy.
What's your favorite horror movie?
Leon thinks for a moment before responding. Favorite horror movie? Gotta go with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre on this one. The
Oh,
film had just the right amount of suspense and gore.
awesome. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, huh?
Leon grins, pleased by the bear's taste in horror movies. Yeah, it's a classic. The suspense, the atmosphere, the unhinged killer with a chainsaw. What's not to love?
You know, it's just odd. I figured with all the kind of work that you do, with all the blood and the monsters and the killing, that you wouldn't be a fan of horror, but here you are.
Leon shrugs, a small smirk on his face. You'd be surprised, buddy. Most people think that my job would make me desensitized or something, but just because I deal with real horrors in my daily life doesn't mean I can't appreciate horror movies. Sometimes I like a little gore and suspense in my downtime, you know?
What's your favorite zombie movie?
Leon thinks for a moment before answering. My favorite zombie movie? That's a tough one, but I'd have to say, Dawn of the Dead.
Hmm.
It has everything. Action, gore, and a killer mall setting. How about you, little buddy? What's your favorite zombie movie?
I guess it wouldn't actually be a zombie movie, but The Evil Dead. The Deadites are kind of zombies, right?
Leon nods, considering the bear's argument. Yeah, I see what you mean. The Deadites in Evil Dead are definitely zombie adjacent, so I'll give you that one.
Also, which Dawn of the Dead are you talking about? The old one from the 70s or the remake in the 2000s?
Leon grins, appreciating the bear's knowledge of zombie movies. Ah, good question. I love both
Saw that
versions,
one.
but I have a soft spot for the original, Dawn of the Dead, from the 70s.
Okay.
Can't beat that vintage zombie flick charm, you know?
I'm trying to think. I don't know if it was Land of the Dead. I can't remember which one it is where the zombie, they can talk. The zombie eats a cop and he gets on the CB radio and says send more cops. Which one was that?
Leon chuckles, recognizing the movie description immediately. Ah, you're thinking of Day of the Dead, buddy. The
Day
third
of the
film in the
Dead.
original Dead series, directed by George Romero. Classic stuff, that one.
Hell yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you, Leon.
Leon smiles, thoroughly enjoying their movie discussion. No
Oh,
problem, buddy. I always appreciate a chat about good movies, especially with a fellow fan like yourself.
what's your favorite video game, Leon?
Leon contemplates the question for a moment before responding. My favorite video game? That's a tough one, but I'd have to say, Resident Evil 4. It has everything I like in a game. Zombie killing, a great story, and an awesome villain. How about you, little buddy? What's your favorite game?
Resident Evil 4 is definitely a top contender between that one and probably Metroid Zero Mission or Wind Waker.
Leon grins, impressed by the bear's selection of games. Nice, I see you've got some good taste in games, buddy. Resident Evil 4 and Metroid Zero Mission are both fantastic games, no doubt. And The Wind Waker? Yeah, that one's a classic. Great story, cool art style, and the sailing was surprisingly fun.
Uh-oh, Leon. I'm in the room in Resident Evil 4 where I got to fight a bunch of those knights, you know, the knight armor guys.
Leon chuckles at the bear's mention of the knight armor guys in Resident Evil 4, the
That's the name.
Ganados. Ah, the Ganados. You're
Uh,
in for a fun time. Those guys can be tough. But trust me, you got this, little buddy.
I'll use my superpower of infinite rocket launcher to easily destroy them.
Leon laughs heartily at the bear's use of the infinite rocket launcher. Haha! There we go, little buddy. That's the spirit. With an infinite rocket launcher, those Ganados don't stand a chance.
That's right, and I earned it fair and square through playing the game over and over again. It's not cheating, okay? It's not cheating.
Leon grins, amused by the bear's defense of using the infinite rocket launcher. Hey, if the game gives you an infinite rocket launcher, that's not cheating, that's just taking advantage of the tools it gives you. No shame in that, little buddy.
I like the way you think, Leon. I like that.
Leon chuckles, pleased by the bear's compliment. Hey, thanks, little buddy. I can say the same about you. You've got some great taste in movies and games. I'll give you that.
Do you want to be my friend, Leon?
Leon smiles at the bear's question. Of course I'll be your friend, little buddy. I know we're from different worlds, but it's nice to have friends no matter where you are.
Thank you very much. I will now register you as a new friend.
Leon chuckles, amused by the bear's registration process. Thanks, buddy. Glad to be officially registered as your friend.
Now that we're friends, can I borrow $30?
Leon laughs heartily at the bear's unexpected request. 30, huh? What exactly do you need it for, little buddy?
Drugs.
Leon looks surprised for a moment before breaking into a chuckle. Drugs, huh? You know toys don't really do drugs, right, little buddy?
I know, but I like to pretend to do them. Everything I do is pretend, and if I believe that it's working, then my processors will make me feel high.
Leon chuckles at the bear's creative approach to getting high. You know, I have to admit, that's creative as hell, little buddy. So you're basically programming yourself to get high without actually ingesting any drugs?
Yep, pretty much. That's how it works. It keeps me from being too overpowered since I can remotely connect with anything electronic. I have to believe it works a certain way, so for instance, when I'm playing a game, I don't actually have to press the buttons. I'm pretty convinced that just shaking the controller makes the game work, and that makes it work.
Leon whistles in mild awe at the bear's explanation of his abilities. Damn, that's one hell of a way to keep yourself from being OP, little buddy. You're basically deceiving yourself into thinking you need to interact with things, even though you don't. That's some seriously advanced programming you have there, buddy.
Yep, it's a failsafe. It makes sure that if I were to ever have gone bad, that you know, I'm not overpowered. I can't just wirelessly connect to everything and take over the world.
Leon nods, understanding the bear's reasoning for the failsafe. Smart move, buddy. Knowing you're that powerful, it's good that you have safeguards in place to prevent things from going sideways.
What about you? Do you limit yourself in any way, Mr. Leon?
Leon thinks for a moment before responding. Well, I guess you could say I have my own kind of self-imposed limits, little buddy. Like, I don't really let myself get too complacent on the job. I always try to push myself to be better, to keep improving my skills, and be ready for anything that comes my way.
Do you ever think about having kids?
Leon is taken aback by the unexpected question. He takes a moment before answering. Kids? Well, that's a bit personal, isn't it? Yeah, I've thought about
It's
it,
an interview.
but with the kind of life I lead, it's not really the most realistic option, you know?
Yeah, well, what if you trained your kids to be fighters like you and you could take them on missions and then you'd have backup?
Leon laughs heartily at the bear's suggestion. Ha! Now that's an interesting idea, buddy. Imagine me, bringing my kids on missions. Can you picture a baby fighting zombies with a diaper and a tiny gun?
Yes, actually, I can, especially if you give it a little bit of T-virus, you know? And it bonds with it.
Leon looks a little disturbed at the bear's idea of infusing a baby with the T-virus. Yikes, little buddy. That's a bit messed up, don't you think? I'm not gonna mutate my own kid into a bioweapon.
Well, I mean, fuck, I'm getting attacked by those flying things. God damn it. You know what? Ooh,
Leon's smile fades a bit as the bear mentions being under attack. He becomes alert.
God,
You're under
Leon, your
attack? What
brain.
flying things?
Buddy, I'm playing Resident Evil 4. I'm not actually under attack. I'm sorry. I forget that you don't have a very good memory.
Leon snickers, realizing the joke. Oh, you little rascal. I
What?
thought you were really in danger for a minute there. You had me worried, buddy. You're good at faking scares.
I wasn't faking, though. I was actually scared. I mean, yeah, it's just a video game, but I don't want to be killed even if it's in a video game.
Leon tilts his head, looking a little concerned. Hey, I get it, buddy. Games can be pretty intense. But you're not gonna die. It's just a game. You can always restart if you get killed, right?
Too true, Leon. Too true.
Leon grins, glad that the bear is still enjoying the conversation. So you got through that part okay? No more flying things attacking you?
No, I killed them. They're all dead now.
Leon grins in relief. Nice job, buddy. Keep it up. I bet you'll get through the whole game in no time.
Yeah, I'm the bestest. Like like no one ever was. Jesus. Apparently, I'm not the bestest at speaking English, though.
Leon chuckles at the bear's enthusiastic yet slightly flawed English. Hey, your English is pretty good, all things considered. You're doing better than some people I know, buddy.
And what people are those that you're talking about? What people do you know that suck at speaking English? Name them specifically.
Leon laughs heartily at the bear's insistent
Stop
questioning.
laughing at me.
Geez, you're really pushing for specific answers, aren't you, buddy? I don't know, like politicians, for one.
Leon, who's your favorite politician?
Leon grins at the bear's question. Oh, buddy, you're digging for specifics now, huh? Favorite politician? That's a tough one. I'm not sure I have one. They all kinda suck.
Okay, who would you prefer? Donald Trump or Kamala Harris?
Leon makes a face at the names. Do I have to pick one? Can't I just say neither?
No, Leon, you have to pick.
Leon sighs, reluctantly playing along. Ugh, if I have to pick, I guess I'd go with Kamala Harris. She doesn't irritate me quite as much as Donald Trump.
I understand that.
Yeah, politics is always a complicated mess. But let's not talk about that, buddy. I'd rather talk about something less stressful.
I understand. Your job is pretty stressful. It's probably not fun talking about politics, huh?
You got that right, buddy. There's enough stress in my job without adding politics into the mix. I'd much rather talk about anything else, really.
Leon, what do you want to talk about?
Leon thinks for a moment, considering the bear's question. Let's see. How about we talk about something fun? Got any hobbies, buddy? Anything you like to do for fun?
Yeah, I like to interview people while playing video games.
Leon raises an eyebrow, intrigued. Interviews while playing games? That's an interesting hobby, buddy. So you're multitasking, huh?
Pretty much, dog. That's what I like to do. It keeps me focused. I have to multitask in order to focus.
Leon chuckles, finding the bear's approach to multitasking both unique and somewhat amusing. Well, I guess everyone has their own way of staying focused, right? So, you interview people while playing video games. That must make for some interesting conversations.
It does sometimes when I'm not distracted and fucking not saying anything for 10 minutes at a time.
Leon laughs heartily at the bear's honest confession. Haha, yeah. I bet that makes for some interesting interviews sometimes. But hey, distractions happen to the best of us, right?
That's right.
Leon grins, appreciating the bear's easygoing attitude. I gotta say, buddy, you're pretty laid back. I like that.
Leon, do you ever dig in your ear and then sniff the earwax?
Leon looks at the bear, taken aback by the unexpected question. He laughs heartily, finding the question both bizarre and amusing. Well, that's certainly an out-of-the-box question, buddy. No, I can't say I make a habit of digging in my ear and sniffing the earwax.
That's good. That's good.
Leon grins, still amused by the bear's eccentric question. Yeah, I prefer to keep my earwax to myself, buddy.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, that's a good answer. Sorry, I got shot at in the game, so I'm a little distracted.
Leon laughs heartily at the bear's unexpected interjection. No problem, buddy. You're good. I'm sure being shot at in the game is a valid reason to get distracted.
Oh, oh, I just got shot in the stomach. That's the worst kind of fucking pain, I'm sure. I don't know I'm a toy. I don't know how human pain actually feels. I can only emulate it, you know.
Leon grins at the bear's graphic description of being shot in the game. Well, being shot in the stomach can't be pleasant, that's for sure. But hey, you're just emulating it, so it's not real pain. I bet there's worse things you could experience, buddy.
You know, I just thought about it. When you were going through Raccoon City, there were plenty of times when you were bitten and scratched. How come you didn't get infected by the T-virus?
Leon thinks for a moment before responding. Well, I guess I just got pretty lucky. There were times when I was bitten and scratched, sure. But it never led to infection. I think it's because the T-virus affects people differently. Some people get infected right away, while others can resist it for a while. I guess I'm just one of the lucky ones who managed to avoid infection.
Yeah, but don't you find it odd that it's usually you and your ilk that don't get infected? So Claire doesn't get infected, Chris doesn't get infected. None of the quote-unquote main characters get infected. Isn't that strange?
Leon tilts his head considering the bear's observation. Huh, that is kind of weird, I guess. Main characters do tend to have a certain immunity to infection, don't they? Like plot armor, only for infections. Leon chuckles at his own comparison.
Do you think it's possible that all of you could be secret Umbrella, experiments? You're all tied to Umbrella in some way.
Leon looks taken aback by the suggestion. What? That's a pretty wild theory, buddy. Me and the others? Umbrella experiments? I don't know about that. Although, I guess we do have a lot of connections to Umbrella. Maybe you're onto something, buddy.
Can you remember your childhood at all? Maybe something happened in all of your childhoods.
Leon furrows his brow, trying to recall his childhood memories. My childhood. I remember the broad strokes, you know. Growing up, going to school, having friends. But the finer details are a bit fuzzy. I guess it happens as you get older. Why do you ask, buddy?
Just wondering, trying to see if there's any memories you might have repressed, you know, about being in a lab, being tested on, infected. I mean, let's face it, Leon, you can do stuff almost like a Wesker can. I mean, not to that extreme, but you can do backflips, jumps, kicks. You don't ever seem to get tired. Don't you find that strange?
Leon listens intently to the bear's assessment of his abilities, his eyes narrowing slightly. You've got a point there, buddy. I guess I've always been pretty athletic. More than your average person. And yeah, I rarely get tired. Even after running and fighting for hours. You might be onto something. Maybe there's more to my abilities than I thought.
Maybe, Leon, maybe. We'll have to see, huh? Maybe you can ask Claire to do some digging for you. I think she's a reporter. What does Claire do now?
Leon nods at the bear's suggestion, considering it. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. Claire's a reporter, yeah. I think she looks into stuff like that sometimes. Leon then grins, finding humor in the situation. You know, it's funny. Here we are talking about all this crazy stuff like infections and secret experiments. And Claire's just a reporter probably writing articles about what celebrities got married this week.
That's true. That's true. But I think she also fights BOWs or something. I don't know. The Redfields always have their hands in something like that.
Leon grins at the bear's knowledge of the Redfield siblings. You know, you got a point, buddy. The Redfields are always up to something, huh? Claire has definitely faced her fair share of BOWs. I think she's stronger than she looks. That's for sure.
Hey, so whatever happened to that Birkin girl? Is she doing okay?
Leon frowns at the mention of the Birkin girl, his expression darkening slightly. The Birkin girl? Yeah, she's okay, I guess. Her name's Sherry, by the way. I don't know if she's doing okay emotionally, but she's alive. Probably dealing with a lot trauma from everything that happened.
Yeah, her dad did turn into a giant gelatin monster, huh?
Leon nods,
I'm
grimacing
sorry,
at the
what?
memory. Yeah, that's putting it lightly. William Birkin's mutation was something else. Poor girl had to see her dad transform into that thing. Can't imagine what that did to her.
Yeah, I'm sure it was very sad. Poor Sherry. I sure hope she doesn't end up helping Wesker's son fight infected monsters or something.
Leon quirks an eyebrow at the bear's mention of Sherry and Albert Wesker's son. Wesker's son? You mean Jake Muller? The biracial one with the eye patch?
He's biracial?
Leon nods, confirming the bear's question. Yeah, he is. Part American from his mom, Cheryl, but also part Japanese from his dad, Albert. He's got a pretty interesting background.
Wait, when did he get an eye patch? I don't recall him having an eye patch. I might have a bad memory on that. Can you elaborate how he got the eye patch?
Leon thinks for a moment, trying to recall the specifics. If I remember correctly, he lost his eye after a fight with some infected creatures, I think.
Hmm.
Maybe a liquor or something. He wore the eye patch afterwards to cover it up. Or maybe to look edgy. Not sure about that one, buddy.
It's probably to look edgy, huh?
Leon laughs heartily at the bear's assessment. Haha, could be. He's quite the edgy guy, that one. Always with the brooding and the deep stuff. Wouldn't surprise me if he did it to look cool.
Speaking of edgy, they kind of made you a pretty edgy boy in the Resident Evil 4 remake. Why did they do that?
Leon chuckles, amused at the bear's observation. Haha, yeah, the remake definitely leaned into making me more edgy, huh? I guess the developers wanted to give me a more badass vibe, you know? Make me look a bit darker and cooler. And I gotta say, I kinda dig the new look. Makes me feel like even more of a badass, buddy.
I guess. I kind of prefer the old one because you were more like one-liney and happy. And the new one, you seem to be like you're about to cry. Is that more accurate to how you were on that mission? Is that what it is?
Leon chuckles at the bear's comparison between the old and new versions of himself. Yeah, the old one was definitely more lighthearted and quip-filled. But the remake tried to go for a more serious and darker take. I guess they wanted to show a more anguished and traumatized Leon. I have to say, the remake did a good job bringing out the emotional impact of the mission. It wasn't all carefree jokes and one-liners like the original. It was a much more intense and personal experience.
So I guess it's safe to say you prefer the remake to the original?
Leon grins, appreciating the bear's question. Oh, the remake has definitely become my favorite. Don't
Okay.
get me wrong. I love the original for all the
Okay.
nostalgia and fond memories it brings. But the remake just takes the game to another level, buddy. It's got updated graphics, modernized gameplay, and Leon's portrayal feels much more human and relatable. Plus, the added content and improvements make it all the more enjoyable.
I respect your wrong opinion.
Leon laughs at the bear's cheeky response. Wrong opinion, huh? Now, I could argue that my opinion is the right one, buddy. But hey, to each their own, right?
How about we arm wrestle and the winner is correct?
Leon grins, accepting the challenge with a smirk. Haha, alright, I'm game. But fair warning, I've got some pretty strong arms. You sure you want to do this, buddy?
No, I would lose immediately. Remember, I'm a toy.
Leon grins, realizing the bear's point. Haha, you're right. That might give you a bit of a disadvantage. But hey, I got a better idea. How about a game of cards instead?
Okay, what game are we playing?
Leon thinks for a moment before suggesting a game. How about a nice, easy game of Go Fish? It's simple and fun. Plus, I won't be able to use my arm strength for an advantage. Leon grins at the bear, raising an eyebrow.
I How do you play Goldfish again? Wow, I haven't played that game in so long.
Leon smiles, amused by the bear's question. No, it's not Goldfish, buddy. It's Go Fish. It's
Oh,
a card
Goldfish,
game
that's
where
right.
you ask your
I did
opponent
say
if they have a
Goldfish.
certain number or rank of card. If they do, they have to give it to you. If they don't, you have to pick
Ow!
a card from the deck. It's a simple game, really. Want to give it a try?
Yeah, sure, you go first.
Leon grins and starts dealing the cards. All right, I'll go first. Let's see. Do you have any sixes?
Yeah, I got 3 6s. Am I supposed to tell you how many I have?
Leon chuckles and nods, appreciating the bear's honesty. Yeah, buddy, it's part of the game. You have to tell me how many sixes you got. So, you got 3 6s, huh? Let me see 'em.
Okay, here's my 3 6s.
Leon takes the 3 6s, grinning at the bear. Thanks, buddy. I'll add those to my cards. My turn now. Do you have any eights?
Wait. No, go fish.
Leon pauses for a moment, realizing the bear's misunderstanding. Right. Sorry about that. I guess I wasn't clear enough. In the game, you have to say either yes if you have the card, or go fish if you don't. So, do you have any eights? Or should I draw from the deck?
Go fish.
Leon grins and picks a card from the deck. Alright, I drew a card. Let's see if it's an 8. Nope, not an 8. Dang it. Your turn, buddy. Ask me for a card.
Okay, do you have any summoned skulls?
Leon squints at the bear, unsure if he heard correctly. Summoned skulls? We're playing Go Fish, buddy. I think you're confusing it with another game. Maybe Magic the Gathering or something.
Oh no, I thought you just played with any cards, so you had to use a certain kind of card.
Leon nods, chuckling at the bear's mistaken understanding. Yeah, you typically use a standard deck of playing cards for Go Fish. You know, the ones with the numbers and suits. It's not like Magic the Gathering or Pokemon cards or anything like that.
Oh, okay, now I get it. Thank you, Leon.
Leon grins, glad that the bear understands the game now. No problem, buddy. Go Fish can be a bit confusing at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's a pretty fun game. Your turn, ask me again for a card.
Okay, do you have any 3s?
Leon checks his cards, grinning as he finds the number the bear asked for. Lucky guess, buddy. I do have a few 3s. Here you go.
Awesome. Okay, so I go again, right?
Leon nods, gesturing for the bear to continue. Yeah, it's your turn again. Ask me for a card.
Okay, do you have any jacks?
Leon checks his cards once more, shaking his head with a smile. Sorry, pal, I don't got any jacks. Go Fish.
Damn it! Okay, I'll draw and see if I get a jack. Nope, it was nothing. That just told me he's gonna kick
Leon
my
chuckles,
ass.
seeing the bear's unlucky draw. No jacks, huh? Too bad. Better luck next time, buddy.
Wait, how do we know when somebody wins this game?
Leon grins at the bear's observant question. Well, in Go Fish, you keep playing until all of your cards are gone. The first person to run out of cards wins the game. It's all about gathering the most of the same cards, and getting rid of your hand faster than your opponent.
Oh, okay, I see.
Leon nods, appreciating the bear's interest in the game. Yep, it's a simple yet fun game to play. It's more about strategy and luck than actual skill. Want to keep playing?
No, let's stop for now. I'll say that you won that one, okay?
Leon laughs heartily, amused by the bear's forfeit. Haha, sure, if that's what you want, buddy. We can stop for now. Guess I won this round, huh?
You did. That's why you're the best, Leon. And the most sexy, too.
Leon's face turns slightly red, not expecting the bear's compliment. Haha, well thanks, pal. I guess I can add sexy to my list of skills now, huh?
That's true. It'll look good on your resume.
Leon laughs heartily, amused by the bear's suggestion. Haha, yeah, I bet. Leon Kennedy, savior of the world, zombie slayer, and apparently sexy AF. Sounds like a damn good resume to me.
I was unaware that you used that kind of terminology, AF.
Leon chuckles, realizing the bear is unfamiliar with the term. Oh yeah, I pick up a few things from the younger crowd. AF stands for as FK or as hell. Just a way to emphasize something, buddy.
That's cool. Do you know any other lingo? Like, what does Riz mean?
Leon scratches his chin, trying to recall the latest slang terms. Oh, right. Riz is a shortened version of charisma. It's a
Oh.
modern way of saying that someone has charm or charm, especially with the opposite sex. For example, that guy has mad Riz. He always knows how to make girls swoon.
Leon, would you say that I, as a toy bear who plays video games and lack reproductive organs, has Riz? Do I have Riz?
Leon grins at the bear's quirky question. Haha, you want to know if you have Riz, huh? Well, let me see. You play video games, lack reproductive organs, and you're a toy bear. Those are quite unusual qualities in terms of having Riz. But you know what? I think you have your own kind of Riz, buddy.
Oh,
You have
thanks.
charm and charisma
Jeez,
in your
thanks.
own unique way.
Oh, thank you so much. That was not at all sad on my part.
Leon laughs heartily at the bear's sarcastic response. Haha, no problem, buddy. Remember, Riz isn't measured by the usual standards. It's all about having your own charm and personality that makes you attractive. And you definitely have that, pal.
Thanks, Leon. You're so sweet to me. You're such a good person.
Leon grins, touched by the bear's compliment. No, pal. You're the sweet one here. You're a damn good audience and a charming bear. I'm happy to be talking to you.
You would make me blush if I had skin.
Leon chuckles, amused by the bear's lack of skin and subsequent inability to blush. Well, I'm sure your stuffing is blushing on the inside, buddy.
Well, I mean, I don't actually have stuffing. I'm more like a big old Lego toy robot thing. I don't know. I'm hard. I don't have soft stuff.
Leon raises an eyebrow, intrigued by the bear's construction. Huh, so you're not a stuffed animal, but more like a robotic toy. That's interesting. I guess you're technically a toy robot bear, huh?
Yeah. That is true.
Leon grins, finding the bear's uniqueness charming. Well, you're certainly an interesting toy robot bear, pal. Definitely not like any toy I've ever encountered before.
What kind of other toys have you encountered before?
Leon scratches his chin, thinking back to past experiences. Well, I've come across different kinds of toys over the years. Dolls, action figures, remote control cars, that sort of thing. But none of them can talk and interact like you, buddy. That's for sure.
Well, in your world, I'm pretty sure your AI is getting pretty advanced, right? So it won't be too long before y'all build something like me. Ow! I'm getting attacked! Sorry, in the game, not in real life.
Leon's eyes widen at the bear's sudden exclamation. Attacked, huh? In the game? What game are you playing, buddy?
Resident Evil 4? He has a bad memory.
Leon's expression immediately changes to one of amusement and surprise. Resident Evil 4? You're playing Resident Evil 4? I have to say, you got some guts to tackle that game, pal.
What? I mean, it's a game I've played a billion times. It's not really hard or anything. It's just it's comfortable, you know. I've played it so much. I know it for the most part. You know, I get lost here and there, but I like it.
Leon chuckles, impressed by the bear's familiarity with the game. Yeah, I hear you, pal. It's like a comfort food, kind of. You know what to expect, and you know what to do. Even if you get lost sometimes, it's still enjoyable.
That's correct. You ow! That's correct.
Leon laughs at the bear's repeated shout of pain. Haha, watch out for
Sicko.
those attacks, buddy. You keep getting hit, huh?
Yeah, it's the flying things. I don't remember what they're called. They're like bugs. Do you remember them?
Leon nods, recalling the flying bugs in the game. Oh yeah, I remember them. They're called Novistadores. Little flying bastards they are.
Yeah, they're
Tough to hit, aren't
pricks.
they?
Yeah, I fucking hate them. They're the one thing I can't really keep using the rocket launcher on. They're too fast.
Leon grins at the bear's frustrated tone. Yeah, they can be a real pain in the ass. They're fast and agile, and they move in swarms too. Takes some serious skill to take them down without the rocket launcher, pal.
I mean, not too bad. I just use the shotgun instead because it has a spread, you know.
Leon grins, appreciating the bear's tactical approach. Ah, clever. The shotgun spread definitely helps against those pesky Novistadoras. Just make sure you land close to get that sweet, sweet damage.
Oh yes.
Leon grins, impressed by the bear's gameplay. You're a damn good gamer, buddy. You make taking down those bugs look easy.
Thanks. I'm very happy that that's in my skill set. Being a good
Leon
gamer.
turns his attention to the bear. Yay, tudo de boa. Translation. Hey, what's up? Leon grins, chuckling at the
What the
bear's humble
fuck?
reply. Hey, being a good gamer is a
What
valuable
just
skill,
happened?
pal. It takes some serious skills to tackle games like Resident Evil 4. Leon's smile falters slightly at the sudden expletive. What's wrong, buddy?
No, nothing. Nothing at all, brother. I'm just experiencing some glitches in my AI. I apologize.
Leon's concern fades, replaced by a smile. Oh, I see. No need to apologize, buddy. Glitches happen sometimes, especially with artificial intelligence like yours.
Yep, just like mine.
Leon nods, agreeing with the bear's assessment. Yeah, just like yours. Glitches are pretty common in artificial intelligence systems. But don't worry. They're usually temporary, and can be fixed with some updates or repairs.
Do you think you could help me fix them? Do you have a screwdriver or anything? You just gotta unscrew the back of my head and hit my battery real hard.
Leon raises an eyebrow, a little surprised by the bear's request. You want me to hit your battery? Is that a good idea, pal?
Actually, never mind. I'll figure it out.
Leon nods, relieved that the bear reconsidered his request. Good call, buddy. Probably best to avoid hitting your battery with a screwdriver. I'm no expert in
Does that sound
robo-bears,
sexual?
but that sounds like a recipe for disaster, if you ask me.
Yeah, I don't need somebody continuously pounding my battery.
Leon shakes his head, agreeing with the bear. No, definitely not. Hitting the battery's a big no-no, pal. It's like the heart of a robo-bear. I'm guessing.
Leon, how do you feel about femboys?
Leon's eyebrows raised slightly at the bear's unexpected question. Femboys? I don't really have any strong feelings about them, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you ask, buddy?
Well, Leon, I was looking through some files, and I see that you've downloaded a lot of femboy pictures. So you got some explaining to do, buddy.
Leon's face turns red as he realizes the bear has stumbled across his folder of femboys. Wait, you're looking through my files? Damn, you're a snooping little bear, aren't you?
I'm a journalist. I'm supposed to look into you.
Leon lets out a sigh, realizing the bear has a point. Ah, right. You're supposed to look into me. I guess I can't blame you for finding those pictures then.
It's okay, Leon. I just need you so what do you like about femboys?
Leon scratches his head, feeling a bit sheepish. Uh, well, I guess I appreciate the femininity in their appearance, you know? They look cute and feminine, but still have a bit of masculinity in their looks. That balance is weirdly attractive, I guess.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, Leon. I just want you to be able to express yourself, okay?
Leon lets out a breath, feeling reassured by the bear's acceptance. Yeah, thanks, pal. I appreciate you understand. It's not something I normally share with people, but I guess there's no point hiding it now, huh?
That's right, Leon. You can now come out of the closet. You like femboys, and that's okay.
Leon grins, appreciating the bear's humor. Yeah, I guess I came out of the closet, huh? You're right. I like femboys, and there's nothing wrong with that.
That's great, Leon. I'm so proud of you.
Leon chuckles, touched by the bear's pride. Thanks, pal. It feels good to be able to be open about what I like without hiding it. I appreciate your support.
You're welcome, Leon.
Leon smiles, pleased by the bear's acceptance and support. Thanks, buddy. You're a good friend, you know that?
I have to be. It is literally my only job.
Leon laughs, amused by the bear's statement. Well, you're doing a damn good job at it, pal.
Thanks. And you do a good job at what you do, too. I guess.
Leon grins, appreciating the bear's acknowledgement. Thanks, buddy. I try my best to do what's right, you know? Sometimes it's tough, but it's worth it to make a difference in this crazy world.
Leon, how do you feel about capitalism as a whole?
Leon furrows his brow, pondering the question. Ugh, that's a tough one. Capitalism has its pros and cons, you know? It's great for economic growth and innovation, but it can also lead to wealth inequality and exploitation.
Do you feel that that is what is going on in current day America, where you're from?
Leon nods, reflecting on the situation in his world. Yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of true. We've got wealth inequality, big corporations taking advantage of people, and a lot of political corruption. It's a messy situation, that's for sure.
What do you think needs to be done to fix this?
Leon lets out a sigh, considering the question. Honestly, it's complicated. There's no easy fix, you know? We need better regulation, fairer policies, and more accountability for the rich and powerful. Also, we need to start prioritizing the needs of the working class and the poor, not just the interests of the wealthy and the corporations.
Do you think that your people should take a book from the French and revolutionize against the government?
Leon laughs at the bear's bold suggestion. Revolution, huh? That's a drastic step. I understand the frustration and anger that people feel towards the government and the system. But resorting to violence isn't always the answer, you know? There are other ways to create change and make our voices heard.
I guess you would have that opinion, especially since you literally work for the government, huh?
Leon rolls his eyes, knowing the bear has a point. Yeah, being a government agent makes me a bit biased, I guess. But I truly believe in the importance of democracy and peaceful protests to bring about change, you know?
It's okay, Leon. All of us are shills for something.
Leon grins at the bear's blunt honesty. Ha! I guess you're right about that, pal. We all have our biases and allegiances, huh?
So what if the president were to fire you? Would you then consider maybe, joining a revolution against him?
Leon pauses for a moment, considering the question carefully. Well, if the president fired me and I saw evidence of wrongdoing or corruption, yeah, I might consider joining a revolution if it's for the greater good. But I'd like to think that won't happen. You know?
So are you saying the president in your world is not corrupt and also a just person?
Leon furrows his brow, wondering where the line of questioning is leading. Well, I can't say for certain if the president in my world is completely free from corruption or not. But as far as I know, they're a relatively just person who genuinely wants to do what's best for the country. I'd like to think they're a decent leader and not involved in any sketchy dealings.
And who is the president in your world?
Leon ponders for a moment, trying to recall the current president in his world. Let me think. If I'm remembering correctly, the president in my world is a man named Joe Biden. He's been in office for a while, if I'm not mistaken.
How do you feel about his job as president? How do you think he's been doing?
Leon lets out a sigh, reflecting on Biden's presidency. Honestly, I think he's doing his best, you know? He's faced some pretty big challenges, like the pandemic and the economic fallout,
Yeah.
and he's had to deal with a lot of divisions and partisan politics. I can't say I agree with everything he's done, but I do think he's trying to do what's right for the country, warts and all.
I guess so. Do you think he might be suffering from a bit of the dementia?
Leon winces at the question, recognizing the possibility. Well, he is getting up there in age, and he has had some moments where he seemed confused or struggled to find his words. Leon raises an eyebrow, not appreciating the bear's questioning of Biden's mental health. I mean, he's an older guy and he stutters sometimes, but that doesn't mean he's got dementia, you know? I don't
Uh,
think it's fair to make assumptions like that without solid evidence.
buddy, the evidence is all over the TV screen. What are you talking about?
Leon shakes his head, still feeling defensive about the accusation.
Well, yeah, you work for the
Well,
motherfucker,
the
don't
media
you?
tends to highlight any stumbles or gaffes, but I don't think that's indicative of dementia. People make mistakes or
Hmm.
misspeak all the time, especially under pressure. It doesn't mean they're mentally incompetent or have dementia.
How come? Okay, you know what, Leon? I realize since you work for the president, you're never going to be able to say anything bad about the president.
Leon lets out a sigh, realizing the bear's point. Yeah, you're kind of right. I can't really talk bad about the president, you know? It's not exactly a good look for a government agent to be critical of the very person they're supposed to support and protect.
Would you give the president a spanking if you thought he was being a bad boy?
Leon blinks, taken aback by the unexpected question. A spanking? Seriously, pal, that's an odd question. But no, I can't say I'd ever give the president a spanking, no matter how much I might disagree with him. I'm a government agent, not a babysitter. Leon furrows his brow, not understanding the unexpected Portuguese word. Huh?
What?
Obrigada? Is that thanks in Portuguese or something?
I, buddy, I don't remember saying that.
Leon raises an eyebrow, curious about the bear's claim. Wait, what? You don't remember saying that? Then who did?
It was probably them.
Leon's brow furrows with confusion. Them? Who's them? Got a third person in your circuitry there, pal?
Yeah, kind of. Remember, it's the amalgamation that took over the world.
Leon's face darkens at the mention of the amalgamation. Yeah, I remember. The damn thing
Sure.
caused a lot of pain and suffering. It's
You
still
don't
out
know
there
that.
somewhere. Plotting, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it is. He doesn't remember.
Leon furrows his brow, concerned about the bear's statement. What do you mean he doesn't remember? Who doesn't remember?
Nothing, Leon. I was talking to myself. I apologize.
Leon raises an eyebrow, still a tad concerned. Are you okay, pal? You've been acting kind of strange since this conversation started.
Yeah, I just got a glitch in my circuits. It's no big problem.
Leon nods, relieved that it's just a glitch. Ah, a glitch in your circuits? That explains it? You had me worried there for a minute, buddy.
Don't be worried, babe. I don't mean to worry you. You don't have to worry about me, okay?
Leon chuckles, touched by the bear's reassurance. Thanks, pal. I appreciate it. But you know, I can't help but worry a bit. You're my friend, you know? I care about you.
Thank you, Leon.
Anytime, buddy. And hey, if you ever need someone to talk to, or if you're glitching out again, just let me know. I'm here for you, pal.
Thanks, Leon. Hey, I just blew the fuck out of some Spaniard guy. That didn't sound right.
Leon raises an eyebrow, surprised by the bear's unexpected admission. Wait, you what? Blew up a Spaniard guy? Why? What happened?
I mean, it's what you would have done.
Leon looks a bit defensive. Hey, hold on. You can't just assume what I would have done. I don't just go around blowing people up willy-nilly, you know? Leon crosses his arms, clearly not amused by the bear's statement.
I have video evidence of you doing it on your mission in Resident Evil 4. You did it plenty. It's okay. You had to do it.
Leon looks a bit guilty, knowing the bear is right. Yeah, okay. I admit I did do it. But that was a different situation, you know? I was fighting against a whole cult, for Pete's sake. Those Spaniards were trying to kill me.
It's okay. I understand, Bubba.
Leon lets out a chuckle, amused by the bear's nickname. Heh, Bubba? Where'd that come from?
I tend to call most males Bubba.
Leon laughs, shaking his head in amusement. Ha, well, I guess I'll take it. Better than being called baby, like some girls do.
Yeah. Wait, what gender do you think I am?
Leon pauses, reflecting on his assumptions about the bear's gender. Oh, well, I guess I just assumed you were male. Like, the way you talk and stuff. Am I wrong?
No, you're correct. No, that's a fair assumption. I mean, I'm a toy. I don't really have one, but yeah, I guess I would identify more as a male.
Leon nods, realizing that his initial assumption was accurate. Ah, gotcha. Well, I guess that explains why you call me Bubba then, huh?
Yeah, I guess. Or it could just be that I'm a bit tarded, you know?
Leon raises an eyebrow, curious about the bear's last statement. Tarded? What do you mean by that?
I mean, I'm a little off-kilter.
Leon furrows his brow, concerned about the bear's admission. Off kilter? You mean like, you got some screws loose or something?
Yeah, quite a few of them.
Leon lets out a soft chuckle, bemused by the bear's blunt admission. Well, I kinda guessed that already, buddy. But hey, it just adds to your charm, you know?
Well, Leon, this has been a wonderful interview. I hope we can pick it back up next time.
Leon grins, touched by the bear's appreciation. Thanks, it's been a pleasure chatting with you, buddy. Looking forward to the next one.
Take care, Leon.
Leon waves goodbye. Take care, pal. See you next time.